I kind of want to take this car to Gatlinburg. Alright boys, it's a few days later and I went and bought a new manifold gauge because I had a feeling that the one my grandpa had was leaking. I don't know if that was true or not, but I left the car overnight for a few days and we're still at 20 inches of mercury, but it looks like here we still have a leak somewhere in the system. I want this AC system to work because I kind of want to take this car to Gatlinburg. Me and my girlfriend Chelsea, we are going to Gat this year. I wasn't going to bring the car because it's not necessarily show ready, but I mean, I feel like it would be a good experience to take the car and just have a good time with some friends. Before we go, there's a lot of stuff I want to get fixed and a lot of stuff I want to take care of before said event. The hood on the car, it doesn't close all the way because the lower tie bar and the radiator support, they have all been wrecked in the past. I can tell because a lot of this bracketry stuff is bent, is no bueno, and I want to get that fixed so we can actually properly mount our radiator and our hood doesn't close like it should all the way. It only gets to that one click and then you have to pull this up and release the hood like that. I want to probably raise the car up just a little bit when we go on this drive. It's about a 2-hour drive and I need to do a little bit more clearancing on the fenders, and then I want to get my diff welded. I think this car will be an experience to take to Gatlinburg and just have a good time with friends, go cruise around, go to some meets, maybe meet some of you guys if you're around. That would be sick. And yeah, you guys can see the car in person if you want. Today we're going to be pulling our differential on the Miata. Here's what the Miata looks like. If you're new to the channel, this is my 1999 Mazda Miata NB. We got some VSKFs from 3-Piece US. And there's actually a pretty crazy story with these, so I highly recommend you guys checking that video out. I'll leave it right here on the top so you guys can watch. We finally got the car all back together. I was going to do the AC stuff myself, but it turns out that my piercing valves I bought do not work, so I'm giving up on that. I'll just let the professionals handle it, and I'm just tired of messing with this. I've been going at this for about 2 weekends, so I'm done. I'm gonna return the stuff, get my money back, use that money, and for the shop that can do it, so they can do the AC work for me. They pulled the vacuum on the system. They pulled all my Freon out already, so the system is completely empty, but we'll let them handle it. And we're gonna try and take the diff out today. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully we don't strip any bolts, knock on some wood. Yeah, let's get started. I didn't drain the diff fluid. Fuck. Yes! I spent an hour trying to get those axles out.
Oh man.
Alright guys, so we got both axles out. Now what's left is to take bolts out for the diff. Got it out, finally. Here it is. Hold on, I'll show you guys here in a second. The camera is dying. All right, boys, we got the diff out. You can see it is out finally. So now I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna get it off the this jack thing. But yeah, have to get somebody to come and help me because my scrawny arms are not gonna be able to lift that off that thing. I think I'm gonna call it a night right there. We got it out. I wanna clean up back here a lot, just all the webs and stuff, just kind of make it a little bit nicer. We're gonna pick this back up when it's time to weld. Well, that was my bad. I procrastinated a little bit on letting those legs down, and look what happened. I don't know if it shouldn't be broken. I hope it ain't broken. We'll look at it, see. Let's see. Should be okay. Nah, we're good. Well, it loosened that bolt up for me, so now I can take this fucking brakes off, because that bitch is stuck. What's up guys, welcome back. It's the next day. We did end up pulling our diff out, and we're gonna be getting that welded today in about an hour or two. What we gotta do, we gotta open it up and get all that oil out, and we gotta burn it out, burn it off of the gears so that way it can get welded with plates and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna pop the cover off and we're gonna get straight to work. Well, the plan was to use the propane torch, get all of the oil and stuff from the gears so that way it can be welded, but it looks like our propane torch ran out of gas, so I'll just have the guy do it over at the shop where we're gonna take it to get welded. When we get back, we can probably start putting that back in there. I cleaned up a little bit with some brake parts cleaner. Still a little bit gunky under here, so I'm gonna get a rag and clean up some more underneath the subframe where the diff mounts, and kind of clean up this area just a little bit more. I'm trying my best not to go ahead and pull this whole car apart and get everything powder coated and looking all shiny, that'd be another day. But for now, we just want our diff welded. Alright boys, we got our diff welded. We can see it's really hot right now. So alright, the gas station right now, I'm gonna get some water and we're gonna be at the shop. The diff is still very hot, so he did a good job. He made a plate, he measured for a plate, and it turned out pretty good. So I'm looking to see how well it's gonna do on our first little test hit, if you want to call it that. So yeah, he told me to use our old fluid and cycle it when we get it in the car. But the problem with that is I drained the old fluid in that thing, and I think that thing is pretty full already. I went to the store, got a few things. I got some diff fluid. It's Master Pro's the cheapest stuff they had, because we're gonna flush our diff before we put our good diff fluid inside. Also got 2 more cans of brake cleaner and some RTV so we can seal up our pan. I'm gonna get to work cleaning the surfaces on both sides, and we're gonna go ahead and get our pan sealed, let it dry for a little bit, and then maybe throw it in the car. What's up guys, it's me doing a little voiceover. So I messed up and actually recorded everything in slow motion. So I'm going to kind of go over and explain everything what I did. So you can see me cleaning right now the diff housing, and I used some brake cleaner, clean the inside because it had some gunk inside of it, and had a little wire brushed everything on the edges and stuff, just to kind of make it as clean as I can get it, so the sealing surface would be mint. And then you can see me cleaning the diff housing. I got both of those looking really good. I was really happy with that. And then we go on to putting some RTV on the case, and we do all that for the case. You can see, go all the way around the edge, a nice consistent bead. And then we're slipping our diff inside, fit in really well. Then we're going to go and just put the bolts in and snug them up, not tighten them all the way. Then we're going to put our diff, raise it up on the engine hoist, put it on the jack thing, get everything secured onto the jack, and start jacking it up back into the car in its spot. And once we get all that done, then it's time to put in the drive shaft, and then also the diff brace, and then put back the exhaust. Now it's time to get our axles put in, our axle nuts. Got them torqued to 134 foot-pounds, if I remember correctly. And then after that, we start pumping in our Master Pro ADW90 diff fluid that I got from O'Reilly's for about $8. Tightening everything up, tightening the drive shaft, and then we're gonna spin the drive shaft with our hands just to kind of work in that fluid a little bit. I didn't put this in the video, but I did start the vehicle and put it in first gear, let it cycle through. Now we're draining our old diff fluid, and you can see on our drain plug, I was trying to get the camera to focus, it wouldn't focus, but there's a bunch of debris and stuff left over. We got that cleaned off. Putting in our new diff fluid,
from Redline, the best stuff that you can get. Now it's time to put our wheels back on. I love these wheels. These wheels look so good. I need to get that center cap still fixed for the back passenger side. Put our lug nuts on. Tighten everything down. Now it's time to drop the car. And then it'd be time to go test it.
Alright guys, you saw the car. It spun both wheels. So our diff works. And it was leaking. You can see right there, it was leaking a little bit. And I forgot to tighten the fill plug. So it's tight now. So the car is ready to go. Just need to get AC into it. And should be complete. Besides from body work and paint and body kit and all that other stuff. And I'm pretty happy with it. I'm satisfied. Did a cool little burnout. Wish I had my GoPro so you guys could see the whole thing. Once you start getting into some gravel and stuff, that's when you start to notice there's an LSD, because it'll start kicking it up. But other than that, it doesn't really change the difference if you have just the one wheel spinning or if you have both. Personally, if you got both, it's probably a lot better. Have a lot more fun with it. Yep, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you boys in the next one. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. See you guys later.